It's nothing high tech, just a magnetic compass and a rope and an anchor and snowshoes. It's a whole thing that has background music. Most of the videos about me have really horrible music. I'll watch them with the sound switched off. Ready? My name is Simon Beck and I make patterns in the snow. I started it about 10-15 years ago. During the whole of my life, I've now made a total of 365 drawings in the snow and nearly 200 in the sand. Action! I used to draw quite a few of these drawings when I was a child, so the idea has always been in my head. And one day I just felt like having some gentle exercise after skiing, and there was a lake outside the building where I live, covered in completely virgin snow, nice solid ice, safe to walk on, and I thought, let's go and get my compass I use for surveying and make a drawing. So I just measured out 5 points, working out from a centre, and joined up the points to make a 5-pointed star, and there was my first drawing. People say I'm an engineer from Oxford. In fact, I'm a failed engineer who's got a degree from Oxford. I just like being in the mountains, that's just me. Some people like music, some people like animals. I like mountains, I've always have done ever since I was a very small child. And when I sold my house in southern England about 15 years ago, I bought a place out here and had enough money left over not to have to do much work. So I was able to just go skiing, and soon after that I started making snow drawings. I'm very lucky that I found something I like doing that I actually get a certain amount of money for, enough to live anyway. Yeah, that's good. The tools I use are a surveyor's compass, just a magnetic compass for surveying out the accurate work at the start of a drawing, 283. And I use my snowshoes to make nice big footprints in the snow to make the drawing. Some drawings, if I want an accurate circle, I also put an anchor in and tie a rope to it and walk around in a circle. It's nothing high tech, just a magnetic compass and a rope and an anchor and snowshoes. Are you ready? Says the DJ. Are you ready? Get your fucking hands up. He was getting paid as much as me to shout, get your fucking hands up, and are you ready? Don't know, he could do one down there. There are 4 stages to making a drawing. The first stage is the accurate measuring at the start of a drawing, and you have to stay very focused on what you're doing at that point. The better the accuracy, the better the overall drawing. The second stage is drawing the remaining lines, which is like a join at the dots exercise. After that, the fractals around the edge don't require so much focus, and the shading requires very little focus. You've just got to make sure you shade the right areas. So once the lines are all in place, I then put on my personal stereo. I can then listen to the music at the same time as actually doing the drawing. The music I'm listening to is nearly all classical music. There's a little bit of pop there, but there's not much pop music that I like. Other than that, it's very, very boring. And in fact, the truth of the matter is these drawings would never have actually got done. The whole thing would never have started if we didn't have these personal stereos. So the personal stereo is quite an essential tool. Typically a drawing takes anything between 3 hours and 15 hours to make. Somebody timed me at an average of 93 steps per minute. So that works out at about 5,500 steps per hour. So a drawing taking 12 hours, maybe you're walking for 10 hours of that time at an average of 5,500 steps per hour, 55,000 steps that would make it. As I get older, I'm finding it takes me longer to make a drawing, but I can still get as much work done before I get too tired to carry on. My biggest problem really is not how tired I am, it's my lungs. I cough so much of the time nowadays. It's quite a problem. Well, the temporary aspect of the work. Now we've got photography, it is not temporary. And the fact of the matter is most people will only ever see most of the world's art in photographs. Secondly, what I do really is graffiti, and there are people who think it is graffiti and they don't actually like it. And actually I would not do this were it not for the fact that nature is going to completely remove it. How do I feel right now? Well, I'm feeling maybe we should have started over there and where there's a bit more space and made a bigger drawing. We've got quite a lot of time left today. But yes, certainly looks good. And is that all the questions answered?